So I know videos explaining endings are very popular on YouTube. I'm going to try to take that seriously, and rather than jam every single thought I have about the finale, I'm just going to focus on that final scene. So if you haven't seen it, the show ends with two characters on a roof together, and they have a conversation, music plays, the show ends, and what you're just struck by is this sense of unfulfilled potential, because these two characters, they have such a natural chemistry together. They're clearly kindred spirits in a way, but that's not enough. And the one character, Dianne, or Bojack, says at one point, oh, wouldn't it be funny if this is, the last conversations we have together? And she kind of laughs, and then silence. And I think that is the last conversation they are going to have together. Now, on a lesser show, it would have ended with the hand creeps over and maybe they hold hands at the end, and it kind of implies that, they're going to have this relationship going forward. But I think that was the last conversation they have. And why that's so painful, it goes back to the last episode. There was this beautiful poem, and it was the view from halfway down. And it was this person, it was Secretariat, the racehorse. He killed himself jumping off a bridge. And he's given this speech about how, he was so sure when he jumped, but then as he's going, he's halfway down, he says, oh, if only I would have known the view from halfway down, I would have never jumped. And I think that that's similar to Bojack, in that right now he's halfway down. He's kind of through his life. He's at the tail end of his life, and a lot of these relationships that he ruined, he's never going to get the chance to really, really fix them. And if only he would have known that when he was doing all the mistakes throughout his life that drove these people away. And there's this sense that, you never think about that. As you're making these mistakes throughout your life, you always have this sense that you're going to be able to fix them, and you're going to be able to have all these interactions again, and every person that you wronged, eventually you're going to be able to show them that you've changed and you're a better person. But it doesn't really work like that. Most people who you meet when you're a bad person and you have bad interactions with them, you're either never going to meet with them again, or you're going to have maybe one single interaction like this, where you're sitting on a roof with them, and it's just a lot of longing and a lot of regret. And it's kind of beautiful in a way, but it's also just really, really sad, because with Bojack and Dianne, think if Bojack and Dianne had spent all their time together making pizza, going to the zoo, doing fun things, just exploring, just having conversations, but they didn't, and they can never really change that. So I just think that it's kind of like the Ebenezer Scrooge, where, it's the Ghost of Christmas Forward, where you're supposed to, he's living a bad life, and then he gets this vision of what it's going to be like if he continues living this path. And the thing is, most people don't ever get that. Most people, by the time you realize how serious the mistakes you're making are, you've already jumped. You're already halfway down. And in some ways, Bojack, he's already past. He can definitely change and he can definitely improve, but so much of the damage he's done, so many of the relationships that he could have had, so much of the fun that he could have had, he'll never have because of these mistakes, and you can never get that back. So it's a very, I'd say, bittersweet ending, but mostly just bitter. I did get called into work early, so it's got to be a short video, but I guess the biggest idea I want to communicate is I think that the last two episodes of the season, one was very, very dark, the penultimate, second last episode, and the final episode seemed a little more positive and is a little odd, and you might think, oh, well, the second last episode, that's the real finale, and the last episode was just kind of, they didn't want to end it on too much of a downer. But I actually think that both episodes are getting at the same idea and the same concept. And again, the second last episode is confronting just mortality and this idea that if you live your life wrong and then life ends and there's no eternal torment, there's no hell, it just ends and that's it. Just how brutal a thought that is, that your one life, you lived it wrong. And then I think that the last episode, it's this idea that on a more personal level, the mistakes you make and the relationships you screw up and the opportunities you didn't seize. I think that's the main. It's not so much that Bojack irrevocably hurt Dianne or damaged her. That's not it at all. It's just, here are these two people that by some beautiful chance, they happen to have this chemistry and have this connection and be able to communicate and talk to each other in a way that Bojack and Mr. Peanut Butter just can't. Bojack and Mr. Peanut Butter, ironically, Mr. Peanut Butter is the person who will always be there for Bojack no matter what, but him and Bojack can't really get along and can't really have these conversations in the same way he has the potential to with Dianne. And yet he never explored this relationship, and he never got to, and we never got to see it. You know, he never got to experience it. We never got to see it, and it's just a missed opportunity. And that's just the saddest. I think there's the quote. What's the saddest words of tongue and pen? Is it might have been. I don't know if that's the quote, but it's just this idea that just wasted potential is just the saddest thing. And I think that that's what both the last episodes are trying to say.